Hey, Battle Bill, here with another video, getting into some more Season 8 Go Battle League battles, but not Great League and actually not in Go Battle League. We're going to get a bit of a jump start on some Ultra League. As you can see in that bottom right corner, we got the Ultra League symbol there, and we have an Ultra League team comp that we're going to test because, again, one of the Pokemon I'm expecting to be super hype in this new poison meta of Ultra League battles is Nidoqueen. So I gotta get these battles out before Ultra League even gets here so I can be on top of this early access type content. So we're gonna see in some practice battles. As you can tell, I'm live Twitch chats over there. I'm gonna battle some of my Twitch viewers. Obviously they can snipe the team comp, or they can just go and use the honesty policy and use whatever team comp they typically use in Ultra League battles. So these battles are gonna be interesting to say the least. Not sure how it's gonna turn out, but I have the IVs and everything on screen. The Nidoqueen does need to be XL. I'll give you that heads up now. You could go with a Hundo, which would get relatively close to 2500, but I recommend the XL. My Drifloon is a little XL. It is a Hundo, but it's as XL as a Hundo needs to be to get the 2500, and Obstagoon is not XL at all. And this is the best team comp I can come up with to not have any double fighting weaknesses and to not have any double charm weaknesses. So let's see how this plays out. I'm going to test it for about 5 to 8 battles, and hopefully we can get some good content out there and some good knowledge of how to play Nidoqueen and a potential team before Ultra League Go Battle League battles start for this portion of the season. So if you're excited for this early access content to Ultra League battles, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's jump into these battles. I don't know how much of my YouTube commentating I'm going to do for these practice battles because these are not like actual Go Battle League battles, but let's see how this goes. We got Nidoqueen on a Machamp lead. This is a positive lead for us. They swapped into a Charizard. I did not have a great answer for a Charizard swap here. So I matched it with Drifloon. I matched with it pretty ASAP Rocky style. We do need to watch out for the Blast Burn. But this is a Twitch viewer of mine, and they do know I'm Mr. Baited Bill, and they didn't beat me. Very surprising. Okay, we're going to go for the Shadow Ball here. Hopefully, again, my Twitch viewer is playing the honesty policy and is not listening to me as I'm trying to commentate this battle. For future Twitch viewers that I battle, oh, I lied. I lied on purpose to see if they were listening or not. I should have Shadow Balled. But hopefully my Twitch viewers will play the honesty policy. I do have some faith in them. And we do just survive that Blast Burn there. We're going to get off another charge move here. Let's see what they decide to do. I get the shields here. Okay. We're relatively even. It's going to be unfortunate. I'm going to get farmed down, which is less than ideal. And I just fall short. They're double debuffed. The issue here is I now lost switch after having, you know, Nidoqueen on a Machamp lead. So now it just means my Obstagoon is going to line up with the Machamp. So that's far from ideal. But we're obviously going to let these moves come through. They're double debuff, so we're not too phased by the Blast Burns. We can let another one come through if he gets to it. He does not get to it. I wonder what my play should have been to that Charizard save swap. Goon doesn't exactly have a great matchup against Charizard. But I think I just really needed to try and land that Shadow Ball. It did not work out well. That Cross Shot does not do any damage. Okay, Empoleon in the back. I have one win condition here. Honestly, I definitely could have won this match if certain things played out a little bit differently. I mean, I would hope I could have won this match, considering the fact that I won lead. But I did get the Poison Fang off, which is relatively huge. We're going to obviously shield this Hydro Cannon. The hope is we can get to the Earth Power before we take any more damage. The Poison moves are all double resisted because of Empoleon's Steel typing. And hopefully one super effective Earth Power is strong enough to take out this Empoleon's remaining health. Because if not, we're definitely screwed. If it is, we might still be screwed. It is enough. That hits hard. Nidoqueen out here hitting like a truck. He's going to get off a charge move that should take me out. I don't expect Nidoqueen to be too thick. So unfortunately, because we're not able to get off this Poison Fang, we're going to lose this match. This ends up being a Cross Chop, which is resisted. Nidoqueen is thick. Oh my god, it survived. I was not expecting that. Okay, because Nidoqueen is not that thick in Great League. You know, the XL makes a big difference. That defense fall is hopefully going to be huge. We get to the Night Slash in time, which is not the correct play because Night Slash is resisted. Should have just gone Cross Chop. But then again, Cross Chop doesn't get stabbed. Either way, with a defense debuff, that was enough damage. After winning lead, losing switch, Nidoqueen came in clutch, and I'm liking its thickness. It's similarly as spammy in Ultra League as it is in Great League, because again, obviously same movesets, but GG to Snot. I appreciate the battle, and honestly, that was really close, and I had one lead, so I appreciate them playing the honesty policy in match number 1. All right, getting into match number 2. The first match was a solid feature of Nidoqueen. Let's see how it can perform in some future practice battles. We got Nidoqueen up against a Dragonite. This seems like a relatively neutral lead. The positive part here, again, is the Poison Fang spam that Nidoqueen has a bunch of access to now. Bunch of access? That's not a way to commentate something. But gets to very quickly, which is why I'm like, it gets to it a bunch. It's spammy. That's the word. And it helps at debuffs, whereas the Dragon Claw damage coming from the Dragonite is not going to debuff. So we can get away with the shields here. Fully expected the Dragon Claw. And based... Oh, no. Swap. No, I did not want to do that. I don't mind... That was a good catch. I don't mind getting the debuff in before swapping, but that wasn't ideal. But we get a nice debuff in. We can deal some super effective damage here. We can Night Slash. This should be probably a Wild Charge. I don't see why he would bait with a Mirror Shot here. The Wild Charge is only going to hit so hard. Honestly, kind of wish I didn't click that move here. So we're going to throw the Night Slash, hope for the boost, not charge this, counter the Magnet Zone all the way down, because between the Poison Fang debuff and the Wild Charge debuff, they're going to get countered down. They're just not going to have enough health to do anything else, like was just shown. Dragonite going to probably come back in. We'll get off a Night Slash there. It's I got a little bit of excess energy in the Queen, but I really like it's just like every other Pokemon in Ultra League, and of course XL specifically, I do like its increase in bulkiness here. And honestly, I get, because I already feel the comments coming in the YouTube comment section. I get being upset about the XL system, but it kind of just is what it is. Do I believe that Niantic should improve it? Yes, 100%. But you gotta see at least what you're missing out on. So yes, it's unfortunate you might not have access to some of these Pokemon, but at least by watching these videos where we're featuring XL Pokemon, you can know if something is worth, your grind, if you're gonna aim for certain XLs because you don't have enough time to grind every single XL in existence. Hopefully, Nidoqueen becomes one of those types of Pokemon. Now, they're getting to a charge move here. I'm expecting the Thunder Punch and Dark Pulse would be super effective here. I don't see the difference in going for one over the other. I'm pretty sure Thunder Punch is better DPE-wise, or at least like on par with it. Thankfully, we survived that. What a catch. He just catch an Icy Wind on the Dragonite? He did, and he did that on purpose. Okay, that works. That was a good play, I guess, sacrificing the Dragonite there. Wanted to probably also clear the attack debuff since I would have survived another Thunder Punch, and he has all the energy. But now he needs to get to a Dark Pulse, because Thunder Punch would be double resisted by Nidoqueen. And I'm curious. Well, we're going to find out how much Dark Pulse does here. Dark Pulse is going to be neutral damage. Neither of which gets stabbed. It's unfortunate that Muck doesn't have like a relatively cheap poison move that it obviously can get stabbed on since it's only a poison type. Do we want to shield this? I guess we can. I guess we can get away with not shielding it, mostly because of the fact we could probably just hex down this Muck, and then Thunder Punch is not going to take this out. It's double resisted. And Nidoqueen's really tanky. This is more than what I was expecting in Ultra League. Obviously, again, like I keep repeating, stuff that goes from great to Ultra League are usually tankier. But I was not expecting this from Nidoqueen, and the amount of damage that is being outputted on Queen in these situations is unexpected in a positive manner. I'm really repeating myself at this point. Either way, really liking Nidoqueen Ultra League so far. Only 2 matches, some relatively neutral matches, so I appreciate Twitch chat for not sniping me and hard countering me off the bat. And obviously, I also appreciate them not just, throwing for content and giving me easy matchups. So GG in match number 2. Getting into match number 3, let's see what we're going to be going up against. Ooh, Nidoqueen, poison against poison, Shadow Skuntank. Interesting. So we're going to be both dealing resisted damage in the form of these poison jabs. I have to worry about the neutral crunches. They have to worry about the super effective earth powers. So even though I could spam the resisted poison jabs to debuff them, I want to at least make it seem like the earth power is coming, the threat and the shield, because they need to respect the earth power's existence. Now the question is, do they call the earth power bait? They do call the bait. That's a huge play. At this point, I'm just going to go straight Poison Fang to continue to get the debuff, and even though it's resisted, it will slowly add up because of this constant debuff spam. Get the shield on that one, because again, defense is being debuffed, so they're going to do more and more damage. Charge was coming through. I'm pretty confident that Nidoqueen is going to be able to survive a crunch. Like I rambled on before about, it's a bit tankier than you would have expected, as we can see there. Handled that crunch really well. He pulls a massive swap into a Steelix. You saw Ground and Steel, probably expected Stunfisk. This is XL Steelix. This is going to be triple resistant, and it's shiny. Christ, that's beautiful. I guess the one positive thing is that I debuffed their defense, and I have a good counter for Steelix. But bro, that's beautiful, and that was an amazing catch by my opponent there. These cross shops are going to add up. Steelix, even debuffed, is a tank. We have to worry about these Dragon Tails aren't really doing as much damage as you'd hope. I probably could have gotten away with a Night Slash there, but this will force a shield because cross shop will take them out. We have to worry about Earthquake because then it also has Crunch, which we'd resist. I'm probably going to let an Earthquake come through. I don't expect it to one-shot me, but we'll find out for sure. I'm curious also to see the XL of the Steelix. Yeah, it did about as much damage as I thought it would do. 2460. That is a solid CP for XL Steelix with Dragon Tail. That's definitely something I want to get a submission on. XL Steelix is some battles that I want to see, and I would hope you guys want to see it too, because I think those would be some beautiful battles. It just didn't get to get showcased too well here because of the fact that it's a Steel type, and Obstagoon's going to wall it pretty well. At least we get off a super effective cross chop against Scrafty. Because it's a dark type, we do have to be a bit concerned. But I was running some Sims, and something that boggled my mind is that even though Scrafty's a dark type, because I resist all the counter damage, I actually win this matchup with Drifloon on Scrafty. Like you could see, the triple resisted counters are obviously doing nothing. These foul plays gotta hurt though. Like that's doing 2/3 of my health. I guess also, if they didn't get a little bit of pre-energy, like a little bit of energy from that last matchup farming up my Goon, I would have gotten off the Icy win first, which meant that foul play would have done less. So that could be why it'd be a winning matchup for me. We do have a CMP tie. I forgot what their lead was already. What was their lead? It's a Skuntank. I'm going to save this shield. They popped. They tried to feature Beta Bill on the Battle Build channel. Did not work. We get off another Icy win, which is going to be huge. Taking out the Scrafty. No, it does not take it out. We're trying to swap, getting a little bit of lag. Definitely want to be able to farm down. And I think we're fine here. I could throw the Poison Fang, but we got to have Earth Power for a reason. I'm sure he was at a crunch, but realized that since I have a shield, that throwing the crunch is not going to benefit him here. We're going to take out the Skuntank with an Earth Power. Scrafty will come back in and get finished off by the Nidoqueen. So that was one thing you were thinking. Scrafty is a weakness to this team comp because Goon doesn't do well against fighters, and the one fighter that has a dark typing is Scrafty. Drifloon actually does a lot better than you'd expect against this. Overall, I do like this team comp, and these matches are going pretty well. Again, we haven't seen any sus. Well, that last matchup might be a little bit sus. I did get a relatively positive lead there where he swapped into Steelix and I had Goon for it. But overall, this team is definitely performing better and as good as I would hope. All right, getting into the fourth match of these practice battles. Nidoqueen on Rose Raid. I mean, it's taking neutral damage, and it's going to be able to spam its dealing neutral damage. I don't see this being a positive matchup for Rose Raid just because of how glassy it is, and I think I'm just going to outpace it to any of its grass moves that would resist Fire Weather Ball. I'm expecting Leaf Storm. Leaf Storm Rose Raid is pretty beastly. Question is, do I get baited? Do I let a Leaf Storm come through? They probably Leaf Storm and dip. That's what I'm expecting here. So, baited Bill with the Fire Weather Ball. Ooh, and they win CMP against us. We gotta let this come through. We can't commit another shield. Is this enough for the Leaf Storm? And how much damage is it going to do? Wow, that was a lot of damage. That is a strong move. That is a really strong move. So now what looked like a positive matchup, even though I technically won, he has shield advantage and is going to be able to farm me down with Rapidash. Am I getting out spiced here? Am I getting out spiced here? That's 3. This is only a flame charge. We're not going to shield it here. First one's definitely going to do the least amount of damage. That's 4. He should be 1 away from the next flame charge. Panto Rapidash. Man, do I respect that spice. I still want to make one for Ultra League. That also requires XLs though. You can make the hundo, but whenever you haven't made something and have the option to potentially make it, I always recommend just waiting for the XL. Drift Bloom I already had made, which is why I didn't follow that logic there. So now I think he's 2 away from the next flame charge. This will probably get another shield. I might be able to outpace him. It might come down to a CMP tie. He decided not to shield. I'm gonna lose. GG. 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 It's like, how do you say anything other than GG for this? I just lost to Roserade, Kanto Rapidash, and the only thing that was relatively meta on this team comp is Ampharos, and even that was a shadow version of itself. Nicely and thankfully, I was able to get that shield there, but Goon does not have enough health here. And they have Power Gem. It's fully expecting Thunder Punch there. I don't really think you need to throw the Power Gem there. I guess they kind of wanted to show that it has use on Ampharos. But definitely just need a Thunder Punch unless he's running like Power Gem Focus Blast. Either way, GG's. Respect my opponent for this spice. Very well played. And was able to beat me with it. Thunder Punch coming through. My Goon goes down. And that was a hell of a match. Roserade, that bait is really what flipped the match from the get-go. GG by my opponent for playing it so well. All right, let's get into the 5th match. We won 3. We lost 1. Jelly lead. This cannot be good. It's not good in Great League. It's definitely not good here. And Jelly's going to do really well against 2/3 of my team. I'm going to go into Drift Bloom. This isn't exactly a soft counter. This isn't also a terrible matchup. I got that Hex through. I have to worry about Shadow Ball. Hopefully I'm not baited Bill and this isn't the Bubble Beam. Are we surprised? Are we surprised at all? Honestly, are we surprised at all? Are we honestly surprised? Can't say I'm too surprised. And that Shadow Ball doesn't even do enough damage. This is definitely a Shadow Ball coming through. Oh, I'm going to get slaughtered by an entire Jellicent. I mean, I have Goon to counter it, but Jellicent, definitely a problem for this team comp off the bat if we want to make this team comp work. I'll come with Goon here, waiting at the switch timer because I'm fully expecting a swap. There's a swap. 1, 2, 3, 4. I tried to swap. My switch timer did not want to run out. Why? 1, 2. I guess he's worried about Swamperts on his team comp, which is why he decided to go with Energy Ball there instead of Lunge. I'm thankful there. It comes to benefit me. But Energy Ball will be neutral damage against my Nidoqueen if he gets another one off, which he was not able to. Fully expecting that Jellicent to come in, but the Jellicent's almost dead now, so we can Poison Fang it. Thankfully, he's not running Lunge, but I don't want that to be the reason why I could potentially win this. That's a bit unfortunate. I get the shield and the Poison Fang, which is pretty huge. I know he has Bubble Beam. I know he has Shadow Ball. Oh, we lose on turn differential. I feel like I'm going to get baited again, but we got to shield and respect the Shadow Ball. And then 10 things you don't love to see. That'll be continuing to get baited. Decides not to shield there. I'm going to swap out, throw a Night Slash. Try to spam this as much as possible. Honestly, probably should have built up to the Poison Fang and threw it the Altaria before swapping. But the reason why I didn't do that was because of the fact that Nidoqueen was debuffed. Its attack was debuffed. So I wanted the Poison Fang to do maximum damage. But with that debuff, these Night Slashes would have done way more. And also, my opponent probably shouldn't have shielded that first Night Slash in case I get the boost. Because these next Night Slashes would have done more damage. But regardless, let's see how they decide to play it out. Queen has a good chunk of health on it. If he had Lunge like he should have had on his Galvantula, my my Goon would not have had that much health to get off that much damage. So we could definitely say that having that moveset might have been a bit of a throw, especially because it's not like he's really even that weak to Swampert. Like Altaria does well against Swampert. Also does well against Politoed. Jellicent doesn't do bad against either of those. So he definitely should have been running Lunge, but maybe he was... But now he's Moonblasting my Poison type. I'm being trolled by one of my viewers. We're going to keep this in regardless, but I should have lost this. I'm going to lose this still. I'm being trolled and I'm going to lose this. He Moonblasted me. He's going to get to a Sky Attack. Oh, Queen is thick, though. And I still lose. We're keeping this in the video. We got to showcase the weaknesses. Obviously, no team is going to be perfect regardless. If he would have been running Lunge, he would have won that a lot easier. GG to my opponent there. And lesson learned on what this team is weak to. So we got a 6th match for the content. Let's see what we get going up here. We have Nidoqueen on Charizard. So we're going to be taking what? Neutral damage all around? Oh, it's Dragon Breath. Okay, well, that's definitely neutral damage. We're going to... Interesting. Because they charge slowly with Dragon Breath, the Poison Fang and Poison Jab adding up on each other could probably help us win here if we can just not get baited and not get Blast Burn. But honestly, I don't even know if they're going to get a chance to get to another move. So we shield just to be safe here. Queen seems to have... Well, let's not jinx it. The Dragon Claw baited, of course. I'm not baited Bill for a reason, but the Poison Fang debuff, I think, allows Queen to win this. So let's see. I get the shield there. They're double debuffed at this point. They need to get to a Blast Burn. I could definitely commit to winning this. Like I just did. Never mind. I was like, I guess they just fell short of the Blast Burn. They should have at least threw the Dragon Claw to concern me. Then he comes in with Berserker. So obviously being a Steel type, this isn't the most ideal thing for our Poison type. But the good thing about Queen is Queen has a nice answer for its Steel weakness in the form of Earth Power and a ground move. So that's relatively positive. He gets off a charge move ASAP. Does not want to let another Earth Power potentially come through, because I would definitely one-shot Berserker. Even XL Berserker is a glassy Pokemon, and I survive. That's actually a little awkward because I don't get off a Poison Fang. It gets some farm there. We're going to definitely come in with Goon here. These counters are going to add up. We have to worry about a close combat. I will obviously shield. I'm expecting a close combat and a dip, so let's see what he decides to do. There's a close combat. There's the dip. We have a nice hard counter for this. And this matchup lined up pretty well for us, mostly because of the fact that Nidoqueen beats Dragon Breath Charizard at least. Because if Charizard would have won there, then Venusaur would have lined up with Obstagoon, and then Berserker would have lined up against the Drift Bloom, and that would not have went well for us. So let's just play out the remainder of this match. And I'm expecting a dub unless I just jinxed it. But overall, that's another relatively meta Pokemon that Nidoqueen performs very well against. So you get off another charge move here. He is debuffed at this point. I'm going to overfarm. I got to be careful. I could play this incorrectly and potentially get close combated. And that's the last thing I want. I'd much rather just get taken out here by the Venusaur. I'd much rather this than take out the Venusaur, get farmed down by the Berserker, and then get close combated. He gets off the Frenzy Plant, but I survived because he undercharged it. He realized how I was playing it, but it's too late for him to pull this off. Because switch timers are up, I'll take out his Venusaur. I will swap and be able to Cross Chop and counter the Berserker before it's able to get to another close combat. This closest combat would most definitely one-shot my Obstagoon. Oh, maybe it will get to another close combat. Oh, that's awkward. It's okay. Drift Bloom has a bunch of energy, so apparently I played that amazingly well, because this close combat will slaughter me. And I should have Icy Winded. There was no reason to go for the Shadow Ball. I almost threw this match in the garbage. Almost really just made that happen. I was getting a little too comfortable there. But GG to my opponent. And I do like this team comp. Again, like we mentioned in the last match, not perfect because of certain weaknesses. But as we play it out more and more, we'll learn more about its strength and we'll learn more about its weaknesses. But overall, I feel like this team comp together has more strengths and weaknesses. And we're not done yet. We got a couple more battles, but I'm feeling pretty confident taking this into actual Go Battle League when Ultra starts. All right, let's get into, what is it, like the 7th match I've done? Ooh, Nidoqueen on it, a best buddied Umbreon. Is this fully maxed out? It is indeed fully maxed out. So the way we want to play this, well, one, I think we're going to lose, but I think we soft lose this one. Obviously, we come to a Goon afterwards because we don't want that Umbreon anywhere near our Drifloon. But we're going to spam the heck out of it with some Poison Fangs. Maybe even throw an Earth Power. Snuck through a nice little Poison Jab there, which is clutch. Let's see how much the foul plays do in Ultra League. That's actually, well, again, as I repeated earlier, a lot less than what it would do in Great League. Which is ideal, though, because I could do this next Poison Fang and maybe still get to an Earth Power in time. Which should threaten a shield, considering how debuffed it is. These Poison Jabs are also doing a lot more damage. Let's see. Can I survive the Snarls and another foul play? Question is about the Snarls. Oh, he swapped. Comes in with the Talonflame. Gets off 2 of these. These Fire Flyers are a big problem because Drifloon doesn't do amazing against them. And Goon, obviously, you know, dealing fighting damage isn't going to be having fun. So that's 4. With the defense dropped, it's probably just a Flame Charge, but just in case it's a Brave Bird. Okay. Defense dropped. Attack is up. Why does he have to get an Incinerate through when I'm at the Icy Wind? That's annoying. This is going to be debuffed. Or not debuffed. This is going to debuff the attack back down, which is positive. He should be at another Flame Charge. But the good news is, because of the defense debuff, which is what I always love doing with Nidoqueen in general, I'm going to let this come through. Hopefully it's on a Brave Bird this time. Good stuff. Is that I love Poison Fanging and debuffing somebody as they swap in, because now they're stuck and debuffed, and it definitely helps Drifloon in this situation. Icy Wind will definitely take out, so the question is, does he commit another shield? Oh, it did not take out. It does not commit another shield. I'm able to Hex down. This works. I keep things relatively aligned. Not too ideal, though, because the Umbreon could have came back in. Instead, he came in with the Raichu, and I just got Thundershocked down. We don't have a Volt Switch down because I couldn't read the animation. I don't have a choice but to come in with Queen here. I'm not shielding this. I resist literally everything. Double resist electric. If this is Brick Break, I single resist it. And Brick Break's also a trash move, so I wasn't too worried about that actually hurting. He swaps in the Umbreon here to catch a Poison Fang. I definitely respect that Raichu Spice. I love the nice combination of Umbreon, Talonflame meta, and then Raichu Spice to finish it off. But I think we're just going to win this one. Goon has way too much health. We do have to worry about Brick Break on Goon to be double super effective, but we still have a shield. We're going to farm down the Umbreon all the way because of its lower defense. Countering this all the way down is relatively easy. And we'll have 2 Night Slashes for when the XL Raichu. That is an XL Hundo Raichu also. Respect to my opponent for the commitment and the grind to make these 3 XL Pokemon that are relatively reasonable to make because they're common. I mean, all XLs are relatively expensive for Stardust, but getting the XL candies for these 3 is common because Fletchling had a community day, Eevees are all over the place, and Pikachus are all over the place. I'm gonna let this come through. Oh wow, I survived that? That's crazy. I did not let that come through because I thought I would survive. I let that come through because I was like, you know what? I have a shield and the Nidoqueen can survive the electric moves. That's the reason why I didn't shield that. But Brick Break is a really bad move. Honestly, with Kanto Raichu, you might just want to go like Wild Charge and or like Thunder Punch or whatever the other electric move is. Then again, Brick Break does give coverage. It's just so bad. But GG's to my opponent. I love that team comp we went up against. And obviously, Queen played pretty well against Umbreon in that lead matchup. And again, another meta Pokemon that Queen can go up against relatively well. All right, getting into the final match of this video. Oh, you're going up against one of our team's biggest weaknesses in the form of this Jellicent lead. Very unfortunate. Gonna save swap into Drifloon. Ooh, it's Bubble. Okay, getting relatively hard countered here. I guess the positive thing here is that Drifloon has access to super effective Icy Wind up against Mandibuzz. Boys, it's a thick meta Ultra League team here. We're gonna let all the foul plays come through and try to figure out some sort of win con. Not sure. All depends on the third Pokemon. Hopefully that also doesn't hard counter our Obstagoon in the back. Can we get off this Icy Wind before he gets off another foul play? We are able to. He should be at the foul play now or 1 away. It is double debuffed. I have an idea of how we can play this. I obviously have no intentions of shielding in this situation. Their attack is super debuffed, but Mandibuzz is very thick. Oh, we survived that. That's awkward. I did not expect to survive that. I guess all those debuffs paid off. Drift Bloom, Icy Wind doesn't do that bad up against a Dark Flyer, which obviously makes sense because of flying typing. But I don't think this is going to take out, unfortunately. Gets it really low. I'm going to get Snarled down. What I was going to do is... Wow, that was really close. Insanely close. What I was going to do was come in with Goon and try and counter all the way down. But I'm going to come in with Queen and jab all the way down instead. I'm not going to throw a Poison Fang, though, and dip. I'm just going to jab down. Christ, that foul play was so debuffed. Even though he has 2 of them, they're literally doing nothing. But it's cool. We get 3 Poison Jabs out of this. That's a nice amount of energy. And this all just falls on whatever his third Pokemon is. It'd be nice to be able to Earth Power the Jellicent. The problem is we will both have shields here. Yeah, great final match. Thanks, Famo. Appreciate you. Just coming in here straight hard countering me. This is bound to happen. And obviously, it's important to show this. Let the pup come through. God, pup hurts. Pup hurts so much. Goon is dead anyway. Even if he lets us come through, we can just come in with Jelly. Bubble me down. This is GG. Unfortunately. Bars, that rhymes. Hey, you know what? For the Zero Shield, Goon kept that relatively close. We get a little bit more farm. But these bubbles are dealing super effective damage. So the Jelly matchup on Queen is even worse here because of that. Maybe he's running only big moves, but that whole ghost resisting poison thing is not going to be looking great for us. He is probably going to just straight bubble us down. He might not even throw a move here because there's no point. I also... Oh, no, he's throwing a move. I mean, if he has Bubble Beam, it makes sense. What I really should have done was build up to an Earth Power at some point. Okay. Positive thing is, he doesn't have Bubble Beam unless he's just not baiting me. These Poison Jabs and Poison Fangs are just not doing any damage. Let's see how badly he wants a 2 Shield Flex on me. We're not going to let him 2 Shield Flex on us. We're not going to let him 2 Shield Flex on us. He thinks he's going to be able to 2 Shield Flex. Knowing Famo, there's a solid chance that he doesn't shield this just because he wants a 2 Shield Flex. And we're going to find out real quick as I throw this Earth Power. Okay. He decided to shield. He's going to be able to 1 Shield Flex on us. And he does get to a 3rd charge move. I'm actually surprised. But technically speaking, the Bubble Down wasn't the play because he was able to get the 3 charge moves. Gets a super effective Ice Beam on my very low health Nidoqueen. And that is GG for the final match of these practice sets. So shout out to my Twitch chat for doing these practice battles with me as fairly as possible. No meme teams, nothing that completely like memed and walled us. More just realistic teams like that last match that walled us. But that's a realistic team that you're going to run into in Ultra League. But also these battles were able to showcase the strength of Nidoqueen in some Ultra League battles. And it's a regular Nidoqueen. I definitely think you want Shadow Nidoqueen also, but both of them rank very highly on PV Poke. Shadow Nidoqueen is only a few ranks higher than regular Nidoqueen. Both are going to do very well in Ultra League battles. And Shadow is just way more expensive to make for the XL. So that's something to keep in consideration when you want to go about using your team. But on that note, let me know your thoughts on the battles. Let me know your thoughts on the team comp. I hope you enjoyed this early access practice Ultra League battles. And of course, I'm going to try to continue giving you these, giving the YouTube audience and of course my Twitch audience these types of things because I'm a teacher, school year's ending, so we're on the content grind again, and I'm going to get back into the flow of things, giving you the best possible content that I can. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.